večer. Well, I'm as the United States ambassador, I can talk and see whomever I please, and I do see all segments of Czechoslovak society.
Takto odpovídala na dotazy z Washingtonu americká velvyslankyně Shirley Temple Blacková v sobotu 25. listopadu 1989. Přitom ještě 2 týdny před tímto rozhovorem nic nenasvědčovalo tomu, že v Československu nastanou obdobné změny jako v Polsku, Maďarsku či východním Německu, jak potvrzuje americký diplomat Cliff Bond, který se jako politický rada s československými disidenty pravidelně stýkal.
In October of 1989, I interviewed Václav Havel, because I thought he would get the Peace Prize. And he did not expect change for 2 years. And that wasn't unique to him. Michele, the Polish reformer, had met with Czechoslovak dissidents on the border several months earlier. All of them agreed it would take a couple of years for things to change here. So it was a big surprise. November 17, 1989 was really a watershed. It really changed the way people thought about this country and the possibility of change.
Předrevoluční a revoluční atmosféru v české společnosti detailně zachycují depeše amerického velvyslanectví v Praze, které vydala v roce 2004 knihovna Václava Havla.
Jsme ostatně vydali naše nadace knížku hlášení, který psala paní Temple Blacková, velvyslankyně, která tu byla právě koncem 80. let a v době naší revoluce. Tak psala několikrát denně takový depeše do State Departmentu. To se 50 let utajuje, takové věci, a nám to nějak dali, respektive Bělému Prečanovi. A tam je zajímavo v té knize, jak důkladně to všechno sledujou a jak důkladné hlášení o tom dění podávají domů na ministerstvo.
I never thought I'd see these compiled this way. Many people in the embassy wrote this, but I'm proud to say that some of the big ones I wrote myself. And people have asked, how did you do this? Well, I'll tell you, it was very difficult. We had a very small embassy staff, and we had to put everybody to work. And we put members of our families who weren't even working at the embassy to work to collect information. We'd spend our mornings and afternoons trying to find out what was happening at the Civic Forum, trying to learn from the media what was going on, the few government people who would talk to us, and then we would come back late in the afternoon before Washington opened, because we had the 6-hour time difference, and we began writing these cables. There was an insatiable appetite in Washington for what was going on. I remember one of these cables is sort of our list of who's active in the Civic Forum. And the only way we were able to write something like that was because we had contacts with the dissident and the charter and funds and other groups for years. So we knew these people. We didn't need to do any research. We knew their background. We knew why they were either removed from the Communist Party or why they had chosen to be a dissident, and we were able to put it together.
Pravidelné styky s americkými diplomaty pomáhaly disidentům před sametovou revolucí šířit informace o porušování lidských práv z totalitního Československa.
We always did things on 2 levels. We arranged programs with the government, with universities, with institutions, and then we would try to have some kind of a meeting with some of the dissidents who weren't allowed to participate in the other things.
Tak my jsme byli velmi vděční za jakoukoliv pomoc a spolupráci, kterou jsme od cizích ambasád demokratických zemí po celá ta 80. léta dostávali. Faktem je, že Američané, stejně tak jako třeba Holanďané, Švédi, Dánové, si to skutečně odpracovali nejvíc. Ty kontakty byly nejintenzivnější a pomáhalo nám to v několika směrech. My jsme samozřejmě tu shromažďovali informace o porušování lidských práv a potřebovali jsme upozorňovat, že vláda nedodržuje k čemu se mezinárodně zavázala. A ta kritika doma, samozřejmě k tomu se měly omezené prostředky, protože tady byla cenzura, nebyly tu klasické svobodné sdělovací prostředky a z tohoto ohledu kontakt a výměna informací a spolupráce s americkou ambasádou, s dalšíma byly naprosto klíčové a kromě toho samozřejmě nám to dalo určitou ochranu. 20 let jsme čekali,
people. So rapid, so overpowering that the unstoppable push for reform had by now cracked wide open the kernel of hardline socialist leadership.
I have one memory from the month of November because we did have a senior official in town, and I had gone then that week to something at the German embassy. And in chatting with a colleague there, he said, "Why do you Americans continue to encourage the dissidents by meeting with them in this way? Why not accept the fact that things are the way they are? They have been this way for more than 40 years. They're not going to change." And this was this close to when they all changed. None of us saw it coming, really. And the only answer that I could give was, I couldn't say, "Oh no, it's going to change. We know everything will be great someday." We didn't know that. But what I did say was, we maintain connections with them because we think they're right, because we agree with what they're saying. We agree with what they are pushing for and insisting on, and we respect them for that. And that's why we have connections with the dissidents. For me, as a career diplomat, in the years since then, I have often looked back at our experiences here in Prague and thought about other tough places in the world. I can definitely say that the experience of watching how things developed here, watching how it was during those first 2 years that we were here, the end of communism, when no one had any reason to expect that things were about to change, and then watching the creation of a new democratic government, which was a tough job too, was one of the great inspirations of my career. And I think that the Czech people have a lot to be proud of.